Hey, all you San Juan travelers, happy May. We're coming out of April into May today, and I'll be darned if we're looking for spring and getting ready to get out, get to the yard, play golf, plant flowers, and do some traveling now that
Yeah.
the doors have opened up, right, Reg?
Well, they say April showers bring May flowers, and we have had plenty of showers in May, and we are ready to get out of the house and get on to someplace. So we are looking forward to sharing with everyone the things that we have going on, and it should be a good show today.
Yeah, actually, we're a great representation of people wanting to get out of the house after COVID. We are on our first wine trip of the year, and quite frankly, we sold out, which is first in what, 4 or 5 years, Reg?
Yeah. Well, we had a couple of years that we didn't get a chance to go because of COVID, but this is definitely one of those times when it wasn't hard to get people to jump on the bus and come on and go with us.
And next month, once we get home, in the next show, we'll review these wineries from along Lake Erie and tell you what we did. But in the meantime, thought we'd tell you a little bit about what's going on in the tour business. We are still seeing not much movement on casinos for day trips. Now, the comps on overnights are still there, but we're not seeing much on day trips, right, Reg?
Now, the day trips are still the same. They are not offering any kind of comps. The only thing that we're seeing any comps from is if you get on the cruise ship, and the cruise ships are willing to offer a few comps to come join them.
And we'll talk
So
about that a little bit later in the show.
yeah, that's kind of where we're going to have to be headed because on land, I think they don't believe they need to offer you any comps at all because they think you're going to come anyway.
And that might be true. Over in the cruise lines, we are still requiring all cruise lines are still requiring vaccinations. So, guys, I'm starting to see some reports that maybe in the next few months we might begin to relax the testing, the pre-cruise testing. But I personally don't think vaccinations are going to go for quite some time, maybe a couple of years, maybe permanent. Who knows?
Yeah, now they have dropped some of their mask requirements, where they're making it a little more optional moving around the ship without a mask. But um, right now, the vaccinations are in place and looks like they're going to be there for a while.
And the changes I see that the cruise lines doing, they are still not canceling cruises. I don't see them being canceled unless they're. I've seen a few canceled because of supply chain problems. There are still itinerary changes though going on if a breakout of COVID occurs on the ship or a breakout of COVID occurs at the port that they're going into. But for the most part, other than supply chain problems, cruises are going out, but you may get a change of itinerary both before the cruise takes off or while you're on it. But those are the only things we're seeing right now on the
Yeah.
cruise lines as far as um, restrictions. I don't know that they're really running at full occupancy yet, but I know they're getting ready to.
They're moving in that direction, and the ports are kind of gearing back up to be ready to handle the number of people coming off the cruise ships.
Yeah.
So the ports are trying to get ready, but some of them still are not quite up to par yet because of COVID. Some of them are still battling from the storms that we had last summer and the summer before that really took a toll on some of the ports down in the Caribbean.
Yeah, that's really true. But on our bucket list, we probably talked a little bit about this last month. I don't know, quite frankly, folks, my brain is finally, I think, engaged. We are finding out all the things I forgot, didn't do, kind of wandered through during the surgery period and my hip period and being on oxycodone for a while and finding out, oh, I thought I did that. No, I didn't. Where did I put that? Who knows? But, But our big one for 2023, although we love cruising and we actually have two or three big ones next year and whatever's coming up this year, is this Egypt, uh, Athens, Greece, and Dubai cruise in 2023.
Oh, that is looking like so much fun.
We it started out as Reggie and I's bucket list and exploded into actually a Virgin Voyages circle bucket list, as we just made a circle out of it yesterday. So if you have any intentions of going off to see the pyramids, see ancient Greece, maybe even explore modern Dubai, get a hold of us. We'll add you to our circle, provide you with some promos. We can't tell you what the prices are going to be right now because the big sale just ended. But with a little luck, that sale goes on. They'll extend the sale. But
yeah, fortunately, it's still early enough because the cruise isn't until October, and it's the only one that they have that's going from Athens to Cairo to Dubai so far that's scheduled for the year that I've seen.
yeah, it's going to be cool. The other thing, this fall, we haven't talked much about it. Reggie and I have talked about going to Canada. I wouldn't know if it's our bucket list, but it's one of the cruises that we actually wanted to do ourselves for probably 5 or 6 years. Never really booked it, never really pushed it. One thing led to another, and we are taking off for Canada out of New York City in September. September 10th, get to the website. We don't have a big group going, but quite frankly, come join us. It's a 7-day fall foliage up to basically Halifax, St. John's, and Sydney, and Nova Scotia. And I think we're going to enjoy it. It really, like I said, we've been wanting to do this thing for a number of years, and this just happened to be something that fell in our lap.
Yeah, we've been, we've done a lot in the Caribbean. We've done a lot down into Mexico and Central America, but going north, the only thing north we've ever done has been going to Alaska.
Yeah.
And so this will be our second time going to the north of us, in Canada and Nova Scotia. Looks like it's going to be a great trip.
Yeah, and we still can get you on, folks. There's a lot of openings on still available, so give us a holler. And then when you talk about bucket list, maybe it's not always on our bucket list, although it was 10 years ago before we went the first time. We're going back to the Panama Canal. So there's a lot of people I know that they consider that one of the wonders of the world. It is. And that's been on their bucket list. Well, we're going there, guys. Next February, jump on board. We do a partial transit through Panama Canal, and we're going to Grand Cayman and Costa Rica. And quite frankly, if you've never been to Costa Rica, you haven't been to the rainforest. It's one of the most gorgeous places in the world. So that's our winter escape next year, which can also double for some of you as a bucket list tour. So hop on board. We got plenty of room on that.
Yeah, and it's always good to get away from the cold and snow of Ohio here, and head south and see some sunshine.
That's absolutely true. And speaking of sunshine, we made another change to our schedule this year, and there's some reasons for it. In July, we are going to take an adults only cruise on Virgin Voyages, and we are going to do their 5-day Dominican Days cruise, which will go to Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic, which I've never been to, and then back over to Bimini and their private island. Now, part of the reason that we are now doing this is we have formalized agreement where we can provide casino players, if they give us special offers that they receive in the mail, the potential to do a free or almost free cruise with Virgin Voyages on the Dominican days. Actually, it could do some other areas, other cruises, but this would be hosted by Sand Run Travel. So if you are a casino player and watching this video and you get offers, whether they're email or snail mail, let us know, copy them, screen print them, send them off to us. And we'll see if we can get you a free or almost free cruise this summer.
Yeah, it does. It doesn't cost us anything to turn it in and check it out. It's easy to do, and all you have to do is give us the offer that you have. We send it in to the casino group, and they'll come back with an offer back and say, we can offer you maybe free drinks in the casino. They may offer you a discount on your room rate. They may offer you even up to a free room. So it's definitely worth the time, effort, and energy to turn it in just to find out. And even if you're not ready for a cruise, free 99 beats anything I can come up with.
Reg, I know I hadn't given you this number, but so far we've had 4 offers of free rooms.
Is that right?
From inside to Sea Terrace. Now everybody can't go that's been offered it, but it's been there. So don't back away, folks. Come join us in the Caribbean. And one of the things we're doing today is last year we ran a series on the Bahamas, which is Reg and my second home.
Yeah, man.
But we had a video on Bimini, and I thought, you know what? We're focusing on the Dominican Days tour with Virgin Voyages and going to the island of Bimini as part of the Bahamas and the private beach. But I thought I'd go ahead and run the video. It's not very long of what Bimini is all about. It's one of the places I had always wanted to visit. I have now, and I can't wait to go back. So, Reg, folks, here we go. We're going to see a little bit about Bimini.
There's always a lot of very colorful things that have gone on in and around Bimini.
There's a charm here that's second to none.
This is the place that you can really find yourself.
You dive with Atlantis, or dive the Sapono, or you can fish outside and catch some wahoo.
There's just a lot of great marine life, both in quantity and variety.
One of Bimini's best kept secrets, believe it or not, is the crystal clear waters.
The most colorful water in the world is Bimini Blue, right there.
If you come to Bimini, you must enjoy the beautiful beach out there. The beach is spectacular. I mean, you got a whole land of the island that is very beautiful, and you can lay with the sun and enjoy it. The beaches is unbelievable, and the great Atlantic Ocean is right out there for you to see.
And all the great men that we have had come to Bimini, ain't none has left with bigger footprints than Ernest Hemingway. The island embraced Hemingway as he embraced the island. He got inspiration from catching these big fish off the coast of Bimini. For the last 75 years, all the prosperity we've been enjoying from big game fishing is due to Ernest Hemingway and his writings. And he'll live on forever.
Bimini has always been known for its fishing. Whether you're talking about big game marlin fishing, but also bone fishing, the whole mangrove forest that's up there, it has outstanding bone fishing.
Bone fishing basically is hunting on the water. You got to go out there and hunt for the fish.
And they're very fast, and they hate man with a passion. So you have to trick them into getting the bite, you know.
For its size, it's one of the strongest fish around, and the thrill of excitement of hooking up is unreal.
So we was always big game fishing. We started that.
The mangrove area up there is offering a lot of activities for folks and something new that they haven't done before.
You need to take a trip in my boat to go through the Bonefish Creek where Dr. King wrote his last speech. The water is so pretty that you can't believe it. It feels so free out there. The air is so fresh.
And it's like an Indiana Jones type adventure. You're going through a small creek and there's mangrove bushes on either side. And a lot of the folks who will take you on those trips explain how the mangroves act as a nursery for a lot of the fish life here.
Big schools of eagle rays be out there, and that's a beautiful sight. And go through them and they just run in all directions.
At certain times of the year, you see a lot of bird life in there.
The tranquility out there is just second to none anywhere in the world. It makes you think you're in heaven.
Bimini has some absolutely outstanding scuba diving. It's situation between the Gulf Stream just being a mile and a half offshore to the west and the mangroves and Bahama Bank off to the east.
The reefs are beautiful, and there's always something new. It's just like the fishing. Every day is a different experience.
So you see the sharks, the stingrays, the eagle rays, bonefish, they're all out there.
When it comes to fish life, very, very few places sort of can match up to what Bimini offers.
You haven't seen Bimini, you know, until you see the Atlantis, dive in the Atlantis, and offshore down at the Sapuno, which is, I say, a very spectacular place.
Has always been a metaphysical draw to the island. It's tied in with Atlantis. There's also an area up in the mangroves called the Healing Hole.
The Healing Hole is a hole in the back of the mangroves, but has fresh water coming from the bottom, and it's got a mixture of sulfur and lithium in it. And both of those are healing agents.
The Healing Hole, that's one place you need to get.
Ponce de Leon was actually looking for Bimini when he was in search of the Fountain of Youth, and there's an area on South Bimini that pinpoints the Fountain of Youth.
You must come up and see the Bimini boatyard, where I am at, to see the boat building. My boats are built out of all wood, and because of the way they're finished, they're a piece of art, and they come from all over to see them.
I would say if there's one thing a person needs to do is see the Dolphin House. You could say it doesn't look like any other place in the world. A poem in stone, if there's such a thing that can be done. And I want to do it from using the local resources. This is a place that I've been working on for 18 years. The whole house is a museum. It's now become a tourist attraction, a Bimini landmark, and a must-see place when visiting Bimini.
There's a charm and something about Bimini, I can't put my fingers on it, but it's just something that I just put my hand in the air and say, I love this place.
Now, Bimini is great, isn't it? It looks fabulous, warm, great fishing, great sun, great waters. And one thing they don't talk too much about there, if you are in the gambling mode, there's quite a nice casino at Resorts World down in Bimini.
You know, there's nothing like the waters of the Caribbean, and get down there to see those clear blue waters and the nice pretty coral up under the water, and getting out and doing a little snorkeling with the different tropical fish out there. There's nothing quite like it.
No, there really isn't. And Reg and I will attest to that anytime you want to talk to us. But now it's time for our monthly drawing. And Reg told me we had a banner month. We had at least 60 people interact, but 1,000 of you saw this last month. So I thought we'd stay within the interaction, folks. And Reg, who was number 51?
Number 51 is Jacqueline Marie Evans.
Oh my God, that's great. She's one of our regular travelers. She'll get a $25 gift certificate. And that's just wonderful to see that happen.
Yeah, we'll put that out, and I'm sure Jackie will love it. I believe she's also one of our, she likes to do our wine tours.
Yeah, she does. She and her mom. So,
yeah.
So this is great, folks. It's been a good month. Health is seemingly returning. I'm starting to walk without too much trouble again. I look to be back out in the golf course pretty soon. So in the meantime, folks, stay warm, travel safe, and enjoy life.
Hey, we're looking forward to seeing some of you get out there with us. We've got a lot of good things coming up over the next year. I'm sure we have something that will tap your fancy. Please take a moment to run out to the website, take a look at what we have to offer, give Steve or I a call, send us a message on Facebook or LinkedIn, and we'll get back to you and answer any questions that you may have about what we have upcoming.
So long now. Thanks, Reg.
Take care.